A very good morning to you. That jam is exactly what you need this morning. It's a good morning and you are a ball of sunshine. Just tap into your day because you know what? We're here to make sure that your day starts on a very, very good note. How are you guys doing? Karibuni sana to Full Circle with Mukali, and we have an amazing show that is lined up for you. And you know you can talk to us 111 for just a shilling. Let us know where you're watching us from. If you want to send those salams, if you want to changia on our topics today, you can go ahead and do just that. On Facebook as well, you can find us at Switch TV Kenya, Switch TV KE on Instagram. And just to give you a little breakdown of what we're going to be tackling today, we're taking stock of what this year has been. You know, going back to just see how did I handle this year? It's been a tough year, but how did I do that? We'll also be looking at a film review called The Morning After. Well, that's going to be interesting. Hope you guys will stick around for that. And of course, we are going to be interviewing an amazing lady. She says she is the voice of a black girl. Very, very important story that you need to tune in just for that. And we're going to be ending the show on a high. We're going to be working out. When I say we, well, let's just say I'll be watching. But I hope you at home will be trying to make a few moves. Kabla nimalize makeup yangu yote hapa kwa set. But anyway, what I'm saying is we have an amazing show that is lined up for you. But first things first, let's start with the quote of the day. So our quote today is from Malala Yousafzai, and it says, "Do not wait for someone else to come and speak for you. It's you who can change the world." Do not wait for someone else to come speak for you. It's you who can change the world. And many a times we've been told that be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the person. Let it start with you. So if you're expecting itaanza na yule mwingine, itaanza na yule mwingine, itaanza na yule mwingine, sometimes it just needs you to step in, and maybe you're the person that people are waiting for to just lead the path. So be the change that you want to see in the world, because that change starts with the person that's looking in the mirror, and that's you guys. So be the change that you want to see, and I'm just going to say that again. It is you who can change the world. And on that note, talking about you changing your world and you know, making sure that you're the best version of yourself, starting us off is a motivational coach, a relationship coach, is a motivational speaker as well. And he's been here before on Full Circle, and he's back. And we're talking about taking stock, realigning. Have you taken stock of what you've done this year? It's been a tough year, and most of the things that we planned out at the beginning of the year, hatujafanya. So what then happens now? It's the end of the year, 2021. At least we are aware what kind of year we're getting into, considering how this year is ending. But inwardly, introspectively, have you taken time to just be like, yeah, it's been this kind of year, but I've achieved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Joe Wisdom, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Karibu, I know you've been here before, but
Yes.
this is the first time me and you are having like a
Yes.
sit down, a conversation.
Yeah.
But I've watched you on this show before.
Wow, great.
So you come in with such, you know, power and encouragement and empowerment. But this has been a tough year. Let's just
Yes.
be real.
Yeah.
It's been a really tough year for everybody. It's not just been ati Kenya ndo tumeteseka, no. But how then do you get to take stock in a year that looks like this?
Yeah, let me first say that 2020 is a year that many people want to forget.
That's true.
In the history of their lives.
Yeah.
But also, we cannot be ignorant that there are people who have seen 2020 as their best year.
That's true.
Because challenges comes with opportunities. And we usually say that when opportunity meets a prepared mind, greatness is born.
That is true.
It's always good to be expectant and to be able to manage your expectation. 2020 was a year of restructuring. People had to restructure themselves. People had to realign themselves.
It's like the world was set on a reset button.
Yes.
Factory reset.
And any person who was static, any person who operated from a closed mind suffered.
Okay.
Someone said that minds are like parachutes. They work best when they're open.
Interesting.
So when anybody who operated from an open mind, and that is what we saw, even people turning their cars into kiosks.
That is true.
An open mind, regardless of what people will say, because it's about your life, it's about your children, it's about what you bring home in the evening, not the expectation of people. So 2020 has given people an opportunity to be themselves, and I think to some extent we needed it. To some extent, I know that we have mourned our loved ones and so much has happened.
That's true.
But every challenge tags with it an opportunity.
What does it mean when we say stock taking? What does it mean? What exactly am I supposed to do?
Now, stock taking basically means looking back and seeing what had I planned to do? Have I really achieved it?
Yeah.
What were the obstacles that stood on my way? Or did I operate, did I meet my expectations? So when we are talking about taking stock, we are looking back at the things that we wrote down at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And we call them resolutions. There are some people who had mega plans on how they wanted 2020 to be.
Yeah.
But they are now sitting down to look, and there are people who have actually realized that. There are others who are still stuck. There are people who are in business and they are stuck in what they were supposed to make. And I want to talk to my viewer this wonderful morning and tell them in full circle. I want to tell my viewer that you never lost money that you didn't make. So stop beating yourself up that I lost a lot of money. If you didn't make the money, the money was not there. You didn't lose anything. So it's all about restructuring your mind and redefining yourself. Not looking back at what you are supposed to do, but looking at what you should do and what you're supposed to do.
Instead of looking back, you're in this situation already.
Yes.
What am I going to do?
What can I do from
What
here?
aspects of my life or like the viewer's life, when you look at your life, this particular moment, should I be, focusing on in terms of stock changing?
Now,
Stock taking rather.
Now, when you're concentrating on what has happened and what did not happen, one of the basic things that people need to know is that they are the little things that you achieved. You should never be ignorant of those little things, because sometimes we are so fixated on the big projects, the things that we wanted to do, the dreams that we had, the expectations that we had given people, but even organizations. There are organizations that had basically promised a lot of their employees a lot of things in 2020. They are not able to do that. So when you are looking at when you are taking your stock on what you did and what you did not do, sometimes it's good to look at the little things that you need to do. Number one, it's good to appreciate that you are alive.
That is true.
Appreciate that you are breathing.
That you're able to do something about whatever situation
Regardless
you're in.
of which situation you are in.
Yes.
Actually, the Bible says that a living dog is better than a dead lion. So as long as you are breathing, life can change.
Yeah.
And people should not give up yet. Even as you look back, you can never climb up the ladder of success with the costumes of failure. Things that you did not achieve, let them not wear you down. We still have some few days to 1st of January.
That's true.
And a minute can save a man. That's what one man said, that, the last minute can save a man. So don't give up yet. A single second can change the world history. Ask the people in athletics. So it's not yet over. Don't quit before the last whistle is blown.
It's not time yet.
It's not time yet.
Yeah.
Better are the days ahead.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're giving hope to people today, because we don't know who's watching, and maybe they're just like, it's just been a bad year. Can it end already? But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. So there's still time for you to be able to change or to look at things differently and to probably just appreciate the fact that you are actually alive. And people this year, I would like to just mention that there are people who got into loans. We start a year with a bang. It's a new page, it's a new slate, it's fresh, and you can only hope for better things. Tumechukua loans, and then Corona came.
Yes.
Everything has been chotwad.
Yes.
And you're just there.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the year. I think this is the message for them, that you can actually realign.
Yes. And I want also to tell them that a time comes, Mwikali, when a man, when the destiny of a man is defined by when he chooses to face what is facing him.
Oh, wow.
It's not about running away.
No.
Running away from a problem is not solving it. You are just postponing it. And some of these challenges that has come, they are not there to break us. They are there to make us.
Oh, yes.
Don't die because you took a loan and you are not able to pay. If they kill you, nobody will pay the loan. So they have to give you time.
I feel like saying, preach, preacher.
Yes. You can go and renegotiate.
I love it. I love it. This is the show for you if you are feeling some type of way about this year, because it's not over yet. And you know what is not over yet? This conversation. We're taking a very short commercial break, but you can share with us all the questions that you have that Joe Wisdom can get into 111 for just a shilling, and we'll be looking at that when we come back after this break. And welcome back to Full Circle with Mukali. And thank you so much for your feedback. Keep it coming on Facebook at Switch TV Kenya, on Instagram at Switch TV KE, and our SMS line is 111 and it's just cost you a shilling. So just to go through some of your messages just before we go back to the conversation. Eman James says, Full Circle with Mukali, rise and shine. Good morning. 001 Mombasa is tuned in, ready to be inspired by the #1 breakfast show in the 254. That's what's up. Thank you for that. Mwesma, good morning. I'm tuned in from Rai Melody Melons. Thank you so much for that. Buddha Wamai Elbagon, well represented. Uko ni ushago kwetu, by the way, just so you know. Warufaga. They're together. Lyriak Muziki, Switch TV, you're the best. Keep educating Kenyans. That's what's up. That is why we're here. Rispa Mwangi, morning. Mikali tuned in from Kiamatito Nyeri. Asanteni sana. And I'll keep doing that throughout the show. Hallelujah. Yes. So piano show. But anyway, focus. Joe Wisdom is still in studio, and we're talking about, taking stock of what this year has been. And we're in December. It comes a lot of spending.
Yes.
So we need to talk about the money, because kuna holidays, kuna kwenda ushago. There's a lot of traveling and sometimes unnecessary expenditures.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens with December is that December is a very emotional month. And when we engage our emotions at a higher level, we disconnect from reality.
Okay.
That is why people want to go get a car. If you don't have a car, a big machine, you want to go to the village.
Hire it.
Yes, for 3 days.
Yes.
And you don't even have savings. you are mshwaring and all that. And mkeshokuta, all those things. Because, there's someone who said, Mikali, that we use money we don't have, to buy things we don't need, to please people we don't like.
That's true.
You just want to make a statement. After 3 days, you are stranded. You are back home, you are stranded, you have no shopping. So I want people not to forget, even as we go to see our parents and to make merry and to do whatever we want to do. You can do it in a simple way. Simple is good. Okay. Don't complicate anything. It doesn't matter. The people you are trying to make a statement to will still talk about you.
They will.
Whichever way you do it. I tell people, anyhow is a how. So if you are just going home, just go home. Do the little that you can. So be very careful. Remember that January is coming. And January is not a big thing or anything. January, just remember that we have our commitments. We are paying school fees. So don't be ignorant of those small details.
Absolutely.
Don't disconnect from reality.
That is
very
true.
important.
Thank you so much for that. But we can't ignore relationships, because at the beginning of the year, especially when COVID hit, and we were all told to be home, no leaving, there was curfew. Hamjazoea kuonana na mtu wako kila saa. It's you go to work, you come in late, probably he will come 2 days later. Now he has nowhere else to go. So you guys are in the house, and we saw so many violence is happening in our homes. We saw people getting killed. We saw people, leaving their marriages. Like, relationships were tested.
Yes.
Let's talk about that kind of stop changing. It's December. It's been a whole year.
You see, what this season did, it brought up it gave people an opportunity to reintroduce themselves to each other. Because there are people who got married and they have never lived together. Everybody is busy. Now, COVID is here, not going out, you are just at home. Even if you are employed, you are working from home. Now, there are so many people, a greater percentage of married people who are living like suspects in the house. They didn't know each other. So when an opportunity is presented to them to live together, they had to fight. Because this is not the kind of a person I'm used to.
Yeah.
Now, look at this. A man is used to leaving money for shopping. During the season, he wants to do the shopping. You know, the budget is very, you have to manage the little that you have.
Yes.
And the woman is feeling that you are taking my space. What were we doing when you are not there? So people began fighting. But we really appreciate God, and that is why we began when we were saying that when we are taking stock, what do? We first appreciate God.
Yeah.
That we have been able to survive. We have been able to be. We are there up to this point. Then appreciate that we have not been idle. You have been doing something. If in case of your marriage, you have been working it out. People fought, then they realized that no one is going anywhere. Where do you go during this COVID?
Nowhere.
We have to find a way of living together. So people had to work out their relationship. And that is why now people are able to stand and to be patient with one another. There are some people who wanted to change their spouses and realized that they could not change them. So they just adjust themselves.
Too late.
It's too late. You have lived with this person for 20, 30 years, 15 years. Then you want them to change in 2 months.
Not gonna happen.
Don't try that at home.
What about platonic friendships? You know, our relationships, because there are people who you come to realize that they liked me because I could give this to them, because I could provide this for them. But then that changed.
Yes.
Because I'm not able to do that anymore. I'm not able to meet you for that kanyama choma every other day, or, you know, like hang out as we used to. So a lot of relationships have also been broken.
Yes. A lot of relationships have been tested.
Tested, yes.
And when relationships are tested, you get to know who is who. There are people who totally disconnected from each other because many relationships survive because one is benefiting from the other. And this is what I tell people. Sometimes when you find out you need to do an in-depth audit to your relationships. And if you find that you're in a relationship that is more parasitic than symbiotic, is a relationship that you should rethink.
Okay.
A relationship that somebody is just drawing from you. Nitumie credo ye. You know, all that manner of things. I want to go somewhere. I don't have it was an opportunity for people to redefine their relationships.
Yes.
There are those who went silent on others. And you see now, when it comes to these platonic relationships, we say that there are people who just hang on others because of just what they can pick.
Yeah.
They are careless. They have nothing to offer. In case you call them out to help you, they are not there. So I think this season also brought out, came up actually to align people and realign people in the right relationships. Right now, if you have to relate with someone, it's because there's something you share in common. Either you share common challenges, or you know how to help each other in times of crisis. Actually, you know, the only time that you can know the real friends is when you are in need.
That is true.
When you are in need. There are some people who just go silent. You send them a message, they pretend they have not seen it.
Blue ticking.
Yes. And right now, WhatsApp has come in many versions. Sometimes you don't even know when someone has seen it or not.
Yeah, because you can block that out.
Yes.
That is so true. But it's the end of the year, and we can't ignore the fact that we have other goals to plan.
Yes.
We have other resolutions to write down. And well, thank God we've seen what 2020 has given us. So you're also prepared mentally for what 2021 might just bring our way. So sort of like same limitations, but now we've sort of like adapted to what the year might come. But what would be your advice around what goals and plans that we make for the next year?
I think regardless of the way situations come and opportunities come, it's very important for everyone to have a plan.
Yeah.
Mwikali, if you don't have a plan, you will fit in other people's plans. If you don't have a plan, you will fit in other people's plans. So it's very important. And you better plan and realize that you never needed to plan. Like 2020. Yeah. There are so many people who planned and they realize that their plans they had no opportunity to implement any one of them.
Yeah.
So you better plan and realize that you never needed the plan. Rather than not plan, only to realize that the only thing that you needed was that plan. You cannot just stay idle, without an expectation. We say that expectation is the mother of manifestation.
Yeah. And
when it comes now even to planning for 2021, you need to open up your mind. You don't need to be caged on what happened in 2020. You need to spread out the boundaries of your imagination. You should always know that there are better days ahead. Today is not a continuation of yesterday.
No.
Today is a new day that the Lord has given us. Today
true.
is a special day with its own challenges and opportunities. My prayer, and even to our viewer, is that God gives you an open eye to see the opportunities that comes with 2021 and seize them. 2021 will be a great year.
Speak into it.
And we want to speak to it from 2020. 2020 is giving us an opportunity to speak to 2021. And do you know what the Bible says? You shall declare a thing, and it shall be.
Okay.
So we should not give up. And I said as we are beginning that you cannot climb up the ladder of success wearing the costumes of failure. You have to be determined. You have to remove the coat of yesterday's misfortunes. And bless yourself to tomorrow's opportunities, because tomorrow is full of opportunities. COVID came, people saw opportunities.
Yep.
Some people are laid down, were sacked from their places of work, but they began their hustles. Some of them, you cannot tell them to go back to work.
Because they learned.
They know. Let me tell you, every season, and maybe this is good for our viewer.
Okay.
In every season, there is the gold of that season. When you study Job 28 from verses 5, says that on the surface of the earth you find food, but deep down the shafts of the earth you find gold.
Yeah.
So if you need gold, you have to dig deep. You have to remove the dust. You have to remove the mud. If you want to see good in 2021, you must remove the dirt. There's something good hidden. There's something good hidden beneath the mud. There are opportunities hidden, even in that ugly situation.
Beautiful.
In that relationship that you quit and you cast the person who that you are with, and you say that you cast the day you met, there's something good that you can pick from that. So that calamity will not strike you the second time.
That is so true.
You might have lost money,
Yeah.
but don't lose the lessons. Very important.
I am blown away. I hope you guys have been taking notes, because as we come to the end of this conversation, because my time is up, I hope you guys have learned that whatever it is, whatever situation you're in, whatever season that is that you're in, there's some gold in there. So whatever heartbreak you're going through, whatever disappointment, all of that, when you look deep, you will just find maybe one beautiful thing in there that you can take with you. Tafadhali, social media handles as we go on a break. Asante sana kwa kuja.
Thank you so much. And you are a great host.
Thank you. Wow, say that on TV. Thank you very much.
And you also look very good, very smart.
Thank you, Joe Wisdom.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Wisdom Talks, or Joe Wisdom Roa. Roa.
Okay.
R-U-A.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, like
yes.
my crew. Okay,
Yes,
so sorry.
Yes.
Just-
And my wife also comes from Elbagon.
Really? Warufaga?
Yes.
That is Ushago.
So you might be my
Relative.
relative.
I hope Mom is watching. Come on, Joe, you Mom. Let me know. Let me know. We're taking a very short commercial break, guys. We'll be right back. Remember, we have a film to review. It's called The Morning After, and we have Cleopatra Wanjiru coming in later, and we have a workout for you at the end of the show. Right now, though, remember to talk to us. 111 444 111. We'll be right back.